Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry, I have no right to come here and act like everything is fine. It's giving that toxic relationship that, you know that the guy messed up and you're expecting that when the guy come back, the guy will apologize, but the guy just comes back and acts normal. No guys, I promise you, you're not in any toxic relationship, okay? This is a very healthy space. I'm going to first of all start by addressing the elephant in the room. What's that song again? Let us state what we have come to the room to do. Okay, I'm bringing too much energy. Let me calm down. It's supposed to be sober, okay? If you want to find out what is in this video, please keep watching, okay?
I've seen you in a movie, I heard you in a song. Now I know that this will never go wrong.
So let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. I have been away from this space for a year. It's going to be a year by November because the Nysc video that I uploaded like a month ago is not a new video, but this one is sort of like happening in real time or almost real time. What happened? Basically and truthfully, Nysc happened to me. It's been a very interesting experience. I have a lot to say. Yeah. When I got posted to my PPA, I didn't realize how busy it was until I got in. Okay, I realized. I got posted to a busy PPA actually. So what's happening in my life at the time, settling down, trying to balance work into my life again, schedule calls, shifts, blah blah blah, having to balance out other aspects of my life. So it was quite a lot for me. A point came, I just felt like I needed to declutter a bit so I could cope better, basically. YouTube was one of the things I had to, It's always good to tell yourself the truth. If you know anybody that's a doctor or a nurse, anybody into healthcare that is doing content creation on the side, please help me and engage their videos. It's not easy. It's not. Because sometimes you just have to shoot at odd hours or times when other people are doing other things. That's when you'll see time to shoot. God. And then you have to balance it with calls and working very hectic work hours. So yeah, I just had to take off YouTube from my schedule, but I'm back now by the grace of God, and it was difficult too. I recently saw one post where someone said being someone that likes to post content and having to not post content, feeling like not posting content is good for you, you're more like suffering twice because you're not posting and you're stressed at the same time. I don't know if you understand it, but when I saw the I just got what the message was saying, because that has been me all this time. So this video is basically me talking about culture shocks that I experienced moving into Asaba. It's been a very interesting experience for me. Will I do it again? I don't know, to be honest. But do I regret it? No, I won't say I regret it. Let's start with the pros first. So the first one is transport. Transport is really cheap here, and they have a very organized transport system. So when I came here, you could go to certain places with 50 naira, 100 naira. That was like last year, but because of the inflation and all, it has increased. Stuff that was 50 is 100 now, so that 100 is 150 now, etc. I think the most I've paid for transport is when I am to move into Onitsha. That is about 500 naira. But inside the states, most times each stop is between 100 to 150. It's quite copper friendly. Another thing that I noticed is initially thought this was a con, but I feel like it is a pro. They have supermarkets everywhere. Like some states you see kiosks and what you call shops, but here every street has a supermarket. Like supermarkets are the in thing here. I don't think I can count how many kiosks or shops I have seen. Most of that are restricted to the local market areas, but like along streets and major roads, what you have is supermarkets. So initially I felt like that would mean everything is expensive here now, because so what I'm talking about is like with ACO and flashy LED lights. So I was like, did that mean everything here will be expensive? But to my surprise, that's not really the case. In fact, right now, I even prefer to get my groceries from the supermarkets than the markets. If you were to compare the prices of, like, say, what we call provision, like milk, tea, sanitary pads, toilet rolls, sometimes if you compare the prices to the actual markets, you see that the supermarkets are even cheaper. Like, so supermarkets are a good thing, and they have a lot of places here, a lot of hotels, restaurants, sit outs, parks, leisure areas. I say it's a plus because it makes the city more, it attracts tourists and just people, because people like good things. Good fine things are fine, you get. So it's a very bubbly town, especially at night. Another thing is that Asaba is relatively safe, like it's quite safe here. Rarely get stories of, obviously there are vices everywhere, but like the streets are safe. Yeah. Because sometimes I've had to do things at night. They don't really have curfews and all. They don't do sit at home as well. So yeah, the environment is relatively safe, I would say. There is plenty water. Hey God, when I noticed it the first time was when we were in camp. So I was like, all this water, what is going on? Because some other states, they'll be telling you like, oh, come with gallons and all that. But my intel was already telling me, because my friend that went to camp before me, she was already telling me that there's no need to go, just close your bucket. You want to have your bath, just walk across and fetch water. There was really no reason to store water in camp because water was readily available. So I thought it was just a camp thing, but generally the state has water, and that is good. Like moving into this house, we have water running from the taps, the shower, everywhere that water is supposed to flow. Water is flowing. And another pro is that healthcare is quite accessible here, accessible and affordable, even free. Like if you're a Deltan, the state insurance, contributory health for Deltans. So if you're a Deltan, once you register, they take a part of your salary, very small amount, quite small compared to the service that you're being rendered. So they offer free maternal and childcare. Childcare, that's children under 5. Usually consultations are free, cards are free, drugs are free, some investigations are free, the basic investigations are free, even some procedures are so free. So yeah, it's a very good plus, because where I'm coming from is not there. I think that Deltans are really nice people. I think they are one of the nicest people I have met. I don't really think it has anything to do with the fact that I'm a copper per se, because the people that have been nice to me did not see me on uniform, but generally they're just nice. They are very warm, very welcoming, very ready to help you settle in. I got a lot of help from complete strangers. What's the cost of living like? I think that cost of living is okay. I feel like different classes of people are always in different towns and cities, and those classes are surviving just fine. It just depends on the kind of lifestyle you want to live and whether you can afford it. I feel like everything is obtainable here. The cost of living is fair. I talked about the transport. For the food, I feel like food is slightly pricey here. Some of my friends that came from Benin also feel that way as well. Also, like compared to what I can get in maybe Enugu that I'm familiar with, I feel like food is slightly pricey here. Certain things that are so cheaper there are a tad bit expensive here. So yeah, but that's it. It's not something that is so exaggerated. However, there are some things that are very exaggerated here, like clothing. Clothing is very expensive here. I've not even bought, I've bought, but like generally, clothing is more expensive here. And you'll be wondering why, because Onitsha is just across. In fact, most people rather go to Onitsha to get their things than buying it from Asaba itself. The cons, accommodation is very expensive in Asaba. Very, very expensive. For my friends that were not giving, their PPAs didn't give them accommodation, they had to pay, they were all complaining. You see someone paying 300k for I don't want to, like, a just okay place. They let it be, oh, you have shelter on your head. The accommodation is quite expensive, yes. For you to get a good place, like a good self-contained apartment, for example, that is good though, you know, you might end up paying like 400 to even 600k safe to get a good place, a very good place. But if you're just looking for like something you can use to hang on and manage, you can get between 270 400, honestly. 270 350, let me just put it, I'm not enter 400. Then something I've noticed as well is if you go to the markets, the local market, like local markets in the main local markets in Asaba, is called Obogologo. Don't bother, because me too, the first time I was like, what was that? So on some days they say you can't carry what you buy on two hands. You know how like you go to market, like, you're buying a lot of things, you have to like share the load across your two hands. In Obogologo on some days you have to carry everything with one hand. They say it's a taboo. I really don't get it. Please, if you do, explain in the comment section. One thing I've noticed is this one has happened to me personally. This one is not hearsay. It happened to me. There was a day I went to buy omono. So in the market they were like, people were hiding to sell their omono, and there's someone that don't say, you know, that kind of thing. So I don't know. One of my friends was saying that I don't know that they don't sell obono on some days. I really don't know why. But that day I kept going, do you have obono? No. Do you have obono? No. Do you have obono? No. The person that I now agreed was like, shh. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? So I don't really get it, Sha. I guess it's part of their culture, but I don't get it. So if you do, please explain, okay? And lastly, I'm going to be sharing I finally ate banga and starch. It was a very funny moment because that starch can draw. Hey, oh my god, it can draw. Like I was cutting it with my teeth. I was cutting it with my teeth because that was all I knew how to do. Very nice meal. I like their banga soup a lot. So yeah, we come to the end of this video. If you have any comments, please share. I'd like to know your thoughts. Please like this video, share it with your friends, give me a thumbs up. I want to hear your opinions on what I said. You know, let's talk more about the pros and cons. Let's just help each other in the comment section. If you just happen to be from Asaba or Delta State, or you live here and you have answers to the questions I asked about their traditions and stuff, I'll be willing to learn in the comment section. So guys, I will see you in my next one. Bye.